Good morning to one and all. I am Sheikh Asiya Begum, Department of Computer Science. Today I am discussing the topic is what is multi-threading. In this multi-threading, now we are discussing about introduction, how to create a thread, what is the life cycle of a thread, and how to stop a thread and how to you can block the thread. In this thread, how many methods are there and which thread we have to give the priority, and the thread will be synchronization and where is the deadlock in the threads. Now let's see what is the introduction to thread. Finally, thread means processing. Processing means if the user can give any information, the system will process and give the output. Like that, here thread are the two basic units of Java programming executions, and first one is a process and second one is a thread. Here what is a process means it is a self-contained execution environment. It means it has seen as a program or application. For example, we are taking simple arithmetic operation. The user can give the two variables with arithmetic operators addition. Then it will process it and finally give the result. And what is a thread? It is a lightweight process. It means the thread requires less resources to creating, and the thread will share the process resources. Let's see the example. A thread is like the electricity passing through the wire to the devices. A single wire or multi-wire can power the device to run. Here electricity is passing the two requirements. One is a fan and the second one is iron box. Here at a time doing multitasking, and fan will be working and iron box will be working. Okay, but only one electricity. Here let's take an example. Here thread means you have to multitasking process. You have to do at a time the process. What is multi-threading? It is executing multiple processes simultaneously, not step by step. You can execute a multiple process continuously and simultaneously. Here in this thread, a program is divided into two or more subprograms and it implemented at the same time in parallel. I have to dividing a program into two parts, and that one part will be executed and continuously parallelly another part also will be executed. Here multi-processing and multi-threading both are achieving multitasking. Here multi-threading means animations, and so most examples are there. Finally, threading means you have to executing multiple process simultaneously. Here see multiple threading. You can listen the songs, you can browse the any data in the Google Chrome, or you can access antivirus like softwares. Finally, in the system you have to listen music, or you can access web browser, you can type any data. Okay, here this multi-threading means, here let's take example dual processor. This processor will control these all items. First thread is browser, second thread is and music, and third one is you have to return any type of data, and fourth work is antivirus. In this diagram you have to continuously doing four tasks, that is known as a multi-threading. This multi-threading on a dual processor desktop system. Now in this multi-threading, what are the disadvantages? What are the advantages? It does not block the user and it can perform many operations together, so it saves time. And these threads are independent, so it does not affect other threads also. And what is a thread? How to create a thread? Threads are implementing in the form of objects. How to create a thread? You can creating a thread, you can use two methods that are inbuilt methods. What are they means? One is run method and second one is a start method. What is run method? Here it is the heart and soul of any thread. Without heart and soul is not there, the human being is not there. Like that in this multi-threading, conformly run method is there. It makes entire body of the thread. It can control the entire thread execution. The run method can initiating with the start method also. This method can be initialized. Which method? Start method. How to creating a thread? By extending thread class, and second one is by implementing the runnable interfaces. Let's see the example. I can take multi is the child class. I can extend the parent class. Here thread means the parent property, giving all the parent what you have the properties that are givings to the child. Here multi means children class, thread means parent class. Parent class property goes to child class. Now I am creating a thread, that's why I am using run method. In that run method I am giving the thread is running. Finally coming to main block. The child class will create an object. Multi means class, T1 means object, the new keyword where you have to creating an object. Next, the multi function. This multi function will goes to the run method, T1 dot start. Here see, class multi extends thread. That line belongs to extending thread class. The public void run method means run method will be declared. Here multi T1 is equals to new multi function, that is object initiated. Run method called through start method. Why? Because finally in the previous slide I have seen that here run means it is an heart and soul of the multi-threading. The run method is initialized to the start method. That's why the output will become is thread is running. How to implement runnable interface? First of all, you have to define a class. This runnable interface has only one method. That method is known as a run method. These defined in the method, the code to be executed by the thread. Wherever you have to defining that method, the thread automatically executed. Now let's see the example. In the previous example, we have seen multi extends thread. Here multi3 implements runnable. In the previous program I have to extending the thread. In this program I am implementing the runnable interface. Here thread is creating means and finally run method is there. In this run method I am giving the printing statement thread is running. Let's see the difference extend class and runnable interface. The previously extend class you have to initialize only one class. Now in this runnable interface you have to initialize object with class and thread. You have to creating two objects. One is for class and second one is for thread. This is implementing runnable interface. Whenever you have to start a runnable interface, the implementation should be start with running interfaces. And during the life cycle of a thread, there are 5 states are there. First one is a newborn state, second one runnable, third one running state, fourth one blocked state, and this fifth one is dead state. This multi-threading concept, these states are very useful. First the thread will be burned and second one the thread will be executed, and finally the thread execution will be started. If the thread is, if any case any problem occurred, the thread will be blocked, and finally the dead state will be occurred in that thread. Now let's see the pictorial representation. First the thread will be created. That thread is known as a newborn. That is a starting method. Whenever you have to run that thread, the thread will be stage is active thread. Whenever the thread will be any occurred error or suspended, that thread is a blocked. Whenever the task is completed, then the thread is a killed state. It means dead state. What is newborn state? Whenever you have to creating a new thread or the thread is not yet scheduled for running, at this stage you have to give preference to the start method, and finally the thread will executed and finally the thread will be killed, then you can use that stop method. What is runnable state? It is ready for execution. Means you have to, the user can give the input and the thread will be start the execution, waiting for the availability of the processors. The thread has joined the queue. Another multitasking is coming. The thread will be wait for the execution. What is running state? This thread is executing. The processor has given its time to the thread for its execution. The thread run until to give up the control on its own, taken over by other threads. Finally, running state means the execution will be on the process. The processor will given its time. For each thread, it will be given some time. The thread will be completed. Another thread will continuously working for the execution. What is blocked state? If any case the thread is suspended or sleeping or waiting state, then certainly the thread will be blocked. A blocked means it is not runnable and it is fully qualified to run again. If any case any errors are there, that will be blocked state. In this state you have methods: suspend method, sleep method, wait method. Whenever the thread is not working, you have to place it suspend method, sleep method, wait method. What is dead state? A thread has a life cycle. Whenever the thread ends its life, when it has completely executing, here I am previously discussed slide blocked state. If any case it will be problem arises, that is blocked. If the thread is running successfully completed, then you can use run method. It is a natural death. A thread can be killed in burn, or it's running, or it's runnable, but not in blocked condition. It is a premature death. Whenever the thread completion is executed, you have to using the stop method. Then finally the thread completes its execution. Now let's see the thread methods. These are the thread methods. Get name method means the name of running thread in the current context in the string format. Start method means whenever you have to creating a new thread, it will be gives the run method. Here run means entry point of the thread. Sleep method means in this sleep method we are using the blocked state. And finally yield method means this is temporarily thread method. And join, whenever another thread is going to execute, then you can use the join method. Allow means the thread is dead. How to stop a thread? By using the stop method, you can stopping a thread. The thread any cause to stop completely and move its dead state. If any case you can stop that method, that will be goes to dead state. It forces the thread before its completion. And to stop a thread, you can use the following syntax: thread dot stop method. Blocking thread previously discussed, you can use three methods, that is sleep, suspend, wait. Sleep means you can block it some milliseconds. Suspend means you can have to start previous execution also. What is wait method? You can until, notify, or you can stop it. What is priorities? How to set a priorities? Where is the thread is assigned a priority? The threads are some assigning schedules for running. How to identify it? You can simply place a set priority method, then will automatically gives the priorities. Here let's see. Here three types of priorities is there: minimum priority, normal priority, maximum priority. Minimum priority means it will be given only value 1. Normal priority means it will giving the value 5. Maximum priority means it will giving the value 10. These priorities depends on the how to thread executing in the multi-threading concept. What is synchronization? In this multi-threading concept, you can creating a thread with run method and executing a thread with start method. Why? Because you have to run method automatically initializing to the start method. What is run method? How to use this method in Java synchronization means you have to use data and methods outside the threads also. Why? Because outside threads, if the threads you have to execute simultaneously, not step by step. And Java finally enables this problem using technique as a synchronization. How to declare a synchronization? You have to declare it a synchronized keyword, and Java creates a monitor and hand over the thread to call the method first time. What is daemons thread? Here this thread offers service to the users, and it is a low priority threads for the background processors such as garbage collection, finalizer, action listeners. Wherever JVM terminate, all user threads have been expired. Why means here the JVM is the most important role in the multithreading concept. What are the properties of the daemon threads? If the JVM discards a daemon thread running, it kills it and sheds it. Once all user threads have finished their work, the daemon thread cannot prevent the JVM from terminating. If in case JVM shut down after all user threads have completed running, this daemon thread is active or inactive is unimportant to the JVM. Daemon thread is created, the user threads are created and die after all other threads die. What is thread group? It is a collection of threads is known as a thread group. These collection of threads also creating some type of units. This group is generally need to perform some operations on a group of threads. This thread group offers to manage multiple threads. Previously we have seen threading concept means you have to continuously multitasking concept, okay, and you have to manage multiple threads also. And what is the working of thread group? It is a collection of multiple related threads and it has to handle multiple Java threads simultaneously, but you have to import one statement, that is the java.language package. Internally thread group can thought as each thread is parent and each accept the parent thread does not have the parent associated. What is the communication of threads? In the previously we have discussed blocked statements. You can use a sleep, suspend, notify. Here same methods are there. Communication means two or more threads communicate the problem of polling. What is a polling? It is a situation to check some condition repeatedly to take appropriate action. Once the condition is true, then it will be finally goes to the polling class. What is intra-thread communication means? The thread wait until a condition become the true. It will become the true, the other threads can execute it task. Let's see wait method. It makes the current thread to pass it execution until other thread in the same monitor calls notify. What is notify? The wake up in the thread is known as the notify method. What is the notify all? It wake up all the threads. You can access only one thread, you can use the notify method. You can access group of threads, you can use the notify all.